Good morning. This is where I slept last night. Bakersfield Pilot. I normally sleep by these trees in hopes for some shade. It's 100 degrees right now. Great thing about a van is you don't need roof cargo. Everything is in your van. So every time I sleep in my van, I figure out little tweaks I could do to improve things. These are just sunshades. I should use Reflectix. It's only 3M tape, double-sided tape to the windows. It's not permanent. I want to cover the back tiny window. I need to come up with the cover for that. And these are just Velcroed on. And I want to put a curtain across here. I'm probably just gonna put some hooks and then bungee and then just put a sheet. I didn't fall asleep until about 6:30 in the morning last night. Takes me a while. I arrived about 5 a.m. and it takes me a while to unwind and fall asleep. So I don't like sleeping when the sun's coming up. I like to fall asleep when the sun is still down, so that'll help with keeping it dark in my van just a little bit, because just with these alone it's pretty dark in here, but I could get it darker in here and sleep a little better. I am happy I started bringing this again. There you go, 101 in the van, 98 outside. But the reason why I started bringing this again, I have this water only model and it works great. But once the weather is 100 degrees, it's really hot in the van and really hard to sleep in here. So I got this. I used 10 pounds of ice, and once it's melted, look how much room I have. I wasn't prepared. I did not have time to freeze up any water bottles, but the 2 pounds of, or 2 bags, 2 5-pound bags, 10 pounds of ice. So when I'm here, I always wake up due to the heat. I wake up sweating because it's so hot out here. I turned this on, I was able to fall back asleep. Once the heat woke me up, I had my ice ready in here. The ice didn't melt in the cooler. So once I woke up due to the heat, I turned this on and it gave me an extra 2 hours of sleep. But then that 10 pounds of ice did not last very long. So I gotta fill this thing with ice, like really fill it and get blocks. So like when it gets really hot, I could turn this on and I'm good to go. So I'm glad I broke this out again. It's a little cumbersome versus this thing right here, but it's worth it for my sleep. Thankfully summer should be over in a month or two. All right, I'm gonna fill up, I'm gonna top off on fuel and answer some comments here. So who stopped by my last video? I uploaded a video before I went to sleep. Katrina, always with their blessings. Cool change. I was able to reply to him right away because I was still awake when he commented. He wants to lift his van. That's what I like to hear. Hold fast. I'm gonna meet him next month. He has the same vision as me when it comes to van life. Jose PhD. I'm meeting him tomorrow. I'm going to sleep in Orland Pilot tomorrow. Sorry about the lines. This new camera I have, it films lines. This old camera I have, it's not as good, but it films screens better. So Jose PhD, I have your gift in the back. And Chico in the van, Roy. So I'm gonna respond to them. Here's a tip to Roy and anyone else who watches my channel and you like my financial advice. I don't like saying financial advice because I'm not rich, but my tips on how a small channel like me was able to make money on YouTube. Like I wanted to talk about this real quick. No one reviewed this. There were no reviews on this. It's ice powered, but once the ice melts, it uses a cooling pad inside kind of like this. It turns into the water only model. Once the ice is all melted, it goes through a radiator. The ice water goes through a radiator in here, and then yeah, eventually the water, all the ice melts, and then the water is room temperature, and then it just uses a cooling pad. But I bought this for $650. If you look at my original video of this, it has 600,000 views. A lot of people love that video, and I got a lot of comments of people calling me dumb for paying $650 for this. But you know what? When you blow a fan into a cooler full of ice and you have a little hole, this works way better. This is almost legitimately as cold as an AC. 8.5 out of 10. I'll give an AC a 10. This is about an 8, 8.5. And you know what? Sometimes when you take a risk, your channel gets views. This is the first video I made that got 100,000 plus views. And you know what? You know how much I've made because of this thing? This thing has made me $2 grand in YT revenue. So sometimes taking a risk, like when, you know, sometimes you gotta tell yourself, man, I gotta be that guy who does it first. $2,000 right here. Bought it for $650. It's made me $2 grand, and it kept me cold for 2 hours last night. When I woke up, kept me cold. I was able to sleep a little longer due to this. I need to put it on a bigger cooler, but man, this thing is already so cumbersome. This is only 28 quarts, I think. If I put this on a cooler twice the capacity and fill it up, this will give me like 8-9 hours of AC caliber coldness.